Here we are. Good evening, everybody. I thought I'd just sit down with you, kind of relax in No Man's Sky, like my favorite game right about now. Um, this is a planet I discovered a few weeks ago. Let's see, 2 weeks ago. It's called Kilesiu Beta. I did not change the name, unfortunately. I tend to forget about that, but I like this planet. I discovered all of the fauna and flora already, and 14 different species, which is quite a lot for a planet. If you're familiar with this game, usually when you come across a planet with 12 species, that's on the upper end, on the high end. This is a beautiful creature right here. Could be a dragon if correctly breeded. And the last one is a fish, or like another one, underwater worm. So I am in the process of building this base right here, which is a portal base. If you're not familiar, if you come across a portal like this one in No Man's Sky, it's a good idea to put like a base computer. Claim this portal as your base, basically, so that you always have a base to teleport to, or a portal to teleport to, rather. And I like to kind of window dress the base like it's purposely done. Like this is like a research center focused on the portal. Kind of discover what this thing is all about. And I kind of decorated the portal itself. This is gonna have to go because of the shadow. So I put some stickers on there, which you can't really see right now because of the shadow. But yeah, it's a nice touch to kind of add some details to the portal, make it your own. And I'll give you a quick tour inside of the base, which is still work in progress. So this room is still kind of empty. And this right here is like the research lab dedicated to the portal, you know, with some nice windows aimed toward the construction, or the structure rather. And over here we still have a room to fill up with a landing pad next to it. And this is my exotic ship, the Tri-Wing. So right here we have a long ass hallway, because the story is I found a electromagnetic field right over there somewhere, and to get power from the electromagnetic fields to the base, I had to build a structure right over there to connect it with the electromagnetic generators. This is a portal, obviously. Right here we have a living area, and you know, with the bar, with some workspace right here, and a bed, save point. Relaxing area. Right here we have a bathtub, bathroom. So, you know, I like to kind of window dress my bases, make them feel lived in, make them thought out, you know. And this is a room I was still in the process of expanding on, so that's a work in progress. I'll show you the back end of this hallway. Show you the electromagnetic generators. There we go. Up the ladder. Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky is such a weird kind of story. A game that just evolved from being one of the worst reviewed games of all time to one of the greatest redemption stories of all time. And here are my 6 electromagnetic generators, and it's an A-class electromagnetic field which provides us with a nice steady flow of energy. So, long story short, this is a base still in progress, work in progress, and it's nice to have a portal within teleport's reach, you know. And yeah, that's interesting. I'll show you the other base I have on this planet. It's called the Isle of Isaac. And let's go pay it a visit. Full speed. This exotic ship I actually acquired by looking, portal coordinates for a planet which had this specific ship, which is a nice way to kind of select which ship you specifically want to find, which is a nice new avenue of gameplay I get to enjoy right now, because I first had to acquire all of the symbols, of course, before I was able to actually utilize the portals, and now thankfully we are part of the upper echelon of No Man's Sky gamers. It's still loading in, as you can tell, so let's get some resources right here. There we go. Now this base came along, I don't know, I don't quite remember how I got to this planet. I think it was through a mission and the anomaly, and I like this planet a lot. I like the aesthetic of it. The climate is pretty awesome. Let's see specifically. Weather, tropical wind. There is a sentinel activity, but it's mild, so a lot of flora and a lot of fauna. That's why I love this planet. I love these trees, and this island which I came across was a lot of, I saw a lot of potential for a base on this island, so I dropped down this construction right here. This was a starting point, and living quarters, nothing too fancy. And then downstairs we have the stations for our henchmen, and some plants right there. This is like the workspace with some nice clean views upstairs. And then everything's connected with pathways, so the idea was to not have everything bundled up together, but have it like spaced out over the island, and connected with these nice little pathways, which filled up the room, filled up the area quite nice, and yet still has some cohesiveness, which I like. This is the energy facility, let's say, with all of the generators, because unfortunately there's no hotspot on this island, but there is one on that one, which we'll get to. So we have the storage facility downstairs, if we can get to it. So right down here in this cave, basically, we have storage facility. Nice little hall, or like a room, where they're all fit it together nicely, and some office space right here. Going back up, and through here we have two pathways. One I will show you after this one. This is something I like. So this runway here, this little pod, was on this island already. It was first located right here, but it kept jumping away. It kept spawning differently. So all the interior I put in it just was wasted because it kept jumping to that one. So I placed my own little pod so it's there forever and can't jump around now. So this is like a nice relaxing area with a bar, some sofas, and it's like this little kind of bungalow-esque idea. Same thing on the other side, but this one has a bed. This one needs some work. I'm trying to work out what to do with this one, but the idea is there are two little bungalows which you can relax in. Going over to the different pathway. This one leads back to landing pads, and this one leads to a little cubicle right here with some plant beds. Take the ladder downstairs, and this is what I love about this game. The only limits you have in terms of building is your own creativity, and of course resources and all that stuff. So now we are actually below sea level, and we have this little hallway through the rocks, through the ground of our little island right here, and we have this nice what's it called? Expository? No, I don't know what it's called. Basically, you have this nice little room from which you can explore or gaze upon the underwater world, complete with a portal which transitions nicely into the water. Let's go back up, back through the portal into the hallway. Up, up, up the ladder. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Oh, and if you want to get the coordinates to this planet, let's see. There we go. So, photo mode, and you'll see the coordinates on your left bottom screen. Turn around every now and then. This is what it looks like at night. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. As you can see, there's a lot more room to build on the rest of the island, so it's still a work in progress. I like building in this game. There's the little underwater observatory. That's the name. That was the word I was looking for. Observatory. That's the one. And we will move to that island momentarily. So, bottom left-hand corner, you can see the coordinates for the portal. If you want to come and visit, feel free to do so. You're more than welcome. And in the meantime, we'll travel to the next island. I could fly there, you know. I could. But first, let me harvest the plants. There we go. There we go. So over here we have another pathway to another remote cubicle. And as you can see on the other side, we have another base icon and some buildings and a tree that spontaneously grows out of the ground. This is stupid. I'm gonna change this because I'm a dumbass. Look at this. It's as easy as that. God damn it. Maybe another one? Yes. Well, that's kind of stupid. I don't like this. And I don't like you either. Jesus Christ. Right. So let's try it again. Wood panel. There we go. This is, why is this working? Oh man, it's just a little bit too high. So we're gonna go back to the other one. If he wants to give me a hard time, that's fine. I don't have to. Nah, that's too. Let's take this one right here. Let's make this as. Alright. There we go. So basically same idea with the cubicle on the other side of the island. We go downstairs and this takes a while. The only thing I don't like is that there is this little body of water in this pipe because technically this one is not waterproof, which is kind of stupid. But that's... So this is the underwater cubicle, and then we have this long tunnel connecting the two islands, which took a long time to build because I had to collect these this specific resource, and you have to go in the water, find these little pots which exert heat, and collect the crystal sulfate within them before they explode. And you have to use a lot of it to build each and every part of this tunnel. And we have a traveler right there. I like to do this kind of stuff, you know, have like scenery in your peripherals. So we're almost at the other side of the tunnel. Here we are. Go up the ladder. And there we go. So this is the second island. We have a ship that's taking off over there. And over there we have an electromagnetic field. That's why I started building over there. And I'm still making my way closer to that cubicle and expanding over the entire island. That's the idea, at least. So yeah, I have a lot of plants rolling inside, like sunflowers and all that stuff, because what I tend to do now a lot is create these very expensive little products that sell for a lot of profit, and you have use for a lot of these ingredients to build each and every single little piece of it, you know. So this stasis machine, which if you're lucky you get sometimes if you're in the anomaly, some very generous stranger will give you one if you're lucky, and if you're AFK for a long time you tend to find some in your inventory all of a sudden. Some gravitino balls, gravity balls, whatever they're called. Because, you know, I play my game in Dutch, and I don't really know the correct translation to English for every single word. So this is like a base still in progress, so I'm still working out some buildings to build. But, you know, it's a work in progress. The main idea was I wanted to connect these two islands through this little tunnel. And I was actually excited that it actually worked, because I had to claim this island as a separate base in order for me to build all the way up to here. So at some point in this tunnel, it shifts from that base to this one to make it a little bit convoluted. Oh yeah, and there's a solar panel on here because for some reason the electromagnetic field, the cable all the way up to here doesn't work. So I have to get creative. So that's enough about base building. Let's jump into some missions. But first, maybe let's see if our expeditions have returned safely and what their loot might be. Let's take a ship. Let's see which one. Here, the Vector. So this is actually the Vector that I actually found in-game. Used, again, portal coordinates to find this specific Vector. It's not the best at all. It's a B class, so it needs some upgrading, but I love the design of the ship, and this was actually a pre-order bonus if you pre-ordered the game back in the day. And I wanted it for myself because I missed out on the Golden Vector Expedition, unfortunately, which I hope to do at some point. But right now,